Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Okay. Looks like everything's working. Hello, guys. How's it going? I might actually turn on this light. Yeah, that's better. That's better. That way you guys can actually see me. I have a sloth with us today. Hello. Say hello to Sloth. I don't have a name for him yet. If anyone has a good name, then let me know. But anyways, happy Monday, guys. So good to see you all again. So there's a couple things that I want to address. First of all, we have a form where you can submit your experiences, your lucid dreaming experiences, your astral projection experiences, just dreaming experiences you have, and these all of these experiences that are in this form will be used for me to kind of review and discuss on videos and also on the podcast. So if you want to share one of your experiences with the community, whether it's just in a video on the channel or on one of the podcast episodes where I actually review and kind of chat about your guys' experiences, then you're going to want to use this link and leave your experience there, because that's going to be a new series. Well, it's already kind of a series on this channel, but that's going to be one of the segments for the podcast is your guys' experiences. So if you guys have any lucid dreaming experiences, out-of-body stories that you want to share, or anything with it that happens within the spectrum of dream, or anything that's really discussed on this channel, then you can put the experiences there. I'm also going to open one for questions. That way I have a whole list of your guys' questions for Q&As and stuff, and I don't have to do like a poll every single time. Just a place where you can leave all of your questions and we can answer them on the stream. So I'm going to do that as well. Hello everybody, Greg, Zarisha, Steve, what is up? Ghost Wolf, Eric, John, everyone is here. So good to see all of you guys. So today we're going to talk about some of the reasons why you would want to lucid dream. And we've talked about some of these before. I feel like there's infinite reasons that we can talk about. And so if anybody has some reasons they would like to share as far as why they like to lucid dream or they want to use lucid dreaming within their life, then let us know. This is also going to kind of create some new ideas for you to experience within your dreams, and sometimes all it takes is planting a seed before you actually have a dreaming experience of it. So if after we go through some of these things, your dreams change or you get lucid and you're actually able to fulfill one of these things we talk about, let us know. This is definitely the community to share all of that goodness with. And of course, put it in the form if you have a crazy experience you would like to share. I'm always looking for new content and new things that I can create or talk about on the channel. So I love to hear your stories, and I would love to hear about the crazy stuff that has happened to you guys and see if it can maybe help someone else or entertain us. I feel like let me see. Like to share my dreams. Perfect, John. That form will be right there. It's not gonna, you can use it whenever. This will be kind of like an infinite form to post your experiences, and then I will get one for Q&As as well. And the second thing that I wanted to discuss is that we are starting the 12-month astral projection course series / coaching series on December 5th. So if you're interested in joining us, I'm just going to go over some of the what's going to be included in the course, just in case anybody would like to join us. It's going to be super fun, and I'm very, very, very excited for this. So in this course you're going to learn, it's called the Astral Project. You are going to learn the common myths of astral projection, how to prepare your body, mind, and space for astral travel, how to liminal dream, how to experience conscious sleep, how to dissolve astral projection fears that you may have, how to create an astral altar, how to astral project at will, how to astral project through lucid dreams, how to build control and focus during astral travel, and how to use astral travel for healing and self-transformation. There's going to be 12 main classes once a month. There's going to be live meditations, dream circles. There's going to be a group chat literally open for 12 full months for a whole year for you to share your experiences, ask questions, hold your fellow travelers accountable, and also have accountability buddies in there so you can grow your practice as well. I will be coaching in there, and there's also going to be one-on-one coaching in this container. So it's going to be a full 12 months of badassery of like we're going to also implement some things as we go. If there's something that we want to do one of the months, maybe we want to get on Zoom, and there's so many things we could do. We could literally do some breath work as well. I can show you guys how to use some plant medicine that I have. Obviously it's not like mushrooms, but some oneirogens, some dream herbs, and we can actually all get on Zoom and kind of use the dream tea or whatever it is and actually do techniques together and kind of do an online retreat style get together. There's so many things that we can do. Yes. Yep, the Astral Project, but it's, when you look at it, it's like, oh, the Astral Project one? Yep, yep, yep. I meant to say, I don't really like Thanksgiving that much. I don't really like Thanksgiving that much as far as Thanksgiving food, like normal food, but this year we're making Indian food actually for Thanksgiving, which is super cool. We started doing that a couple years ago. We just started breaking you know, some of the norms for holidays, and instead of making huge dinners for Christmas, we'll get like tons of different appetizers, you know, and make it a whole just really chill casual thing. You can have like cheese and crackers, you can have some chocolates, you can have some like whatever you want. Just create a huge just kind of like feast of appetizers and like finger foods. That's more my style. But I love food. I love food. I actually just had some Indian food as well. But yeah, that's kind of me too. I definitely love them too. Yeah. I love that. Oh, there's so much, Jason. There's so much. I think where people go wrong with, you know, becoming vegan or vegetarian is they don't replace what they take out. So they take out a protein source, they don't replace it with another protein source. And so they end up feeling like they're not getting the nutrition that they need, or they feel like the food is boring and there's nothing to make when there's a whole world of food. And I didn't really start really cooking and getting creative with my cooking until I started eating plant-based. And then I'm like, oh my God, there's so many things that I could do. It really allowed me to see how much there actually is to eat and cook and like kind of experiment with. And so I eat a lot more adventurous and a lot more now that I am plant-based. And I love my food. I'm telling you, like when I say that, I mean that. Every day can feel like Thanksgiving and it's fine. I don't know how. I just love my food. Yeah, ooh, really, Patrick? That sounds amazing. Those meat replacements over here are delicious. I love plant-based like meat options most of the time. And also there's so many things you can hand make, like burgers. Oh my God, there's a million different burgers you can make. Not only burgers that you can get that are plant-based, whether it's like chicken patty style or like actual burgers or black bean burgers or like whatever. You can also you can just chop up whatever veggies and whatever stuff you want to use. It could be veggies and peppers and like mushrooms and onions, whatever, lentils. Put it all in a food processor, and then you can make patties out of it and either bake them, you can air fry them, you can grill them. Yeah, so pretty cool. Yeah, Morningstar also coming in clutch for sure. For sure. But Indian, if you're ever wanting to find more plant-based food, Indian food is for sure the way to go. It's so easy to eat vegan, eating Indian food, because the curries, a lot of it's like lentil based and potato based and cauliflower based, and there's something for everybody. Like Shelby's not here, but in the chat, but Bacon Paquin in the chat, you guys know him as the is mayonnaise and instrument guy. Well, that's kind of Jason now, but yeah, him and I will go out to eat a lot because we live close to each other, and he's like the complete opposite as me. He's always been kind of like a carnivore, and I eat more plant-based. But he also can't eat fresh enzymes, so he can't have like fresh vegetables and like fruits because of the fresh enzymes he's allergic to, so we always had a hard time finding places that we could both eat at that like we both liked. As soon as I took him to my favorite Indian place, we've gone there several times since then, and that was the first time that he's a very picky eater, but it's the first time that he actually enjoyed and actually got to eat something. I know, right? Indian food is my favorite. Indian and Thai. I love Indian food, Thai food, and then Mexican food is probably third. But yeah, for sure. So shout out to you, Shelby. I got you. I won't let you go without some Indian food in your life. Please. I feel like our subconscious is what is in the back of our minds at the moment, but we are dreaming and we become the subconscious and watch our consciousness play out. It's weird. Once you become lucid, you literally shift into first person. It's crazy. And some people, I just actually finished my magazine segment for this magazine that I'm writing for December's issue, actually. The magazine is called Next Level Psychic. If you guys are curious and you want to get the December issue, I will have a little segment in there. But I talked about this in there, where some people wonder how to actually get the lucidity to show up in your dreams, because it's like, I'm already not really controlling my dreams, so how do I realize I'm dreaming if I don't control my dreams? And this is because it's just a habit that you train yourself to have during the day, and that will naturally show up in your dreams. You don't have to do anything. You just do the work during the day with your reality checks, your awareness practices, whatever you're doing, and then you allow it to show up in your dreams, and then it naturally, spontaneously happens and you get lucid, and that's when you wake up, the moment you actually become lucid, and then you have control. Yeah, Indian food. Oh, you guys are awesome. I love that everyone loves Indian food in here. I just had some samosas. Oh, dude, yeah. What's your favorite Indian dish, guys? If you have one. Yay, Raphael, what's up? So good to see you. I know, it has been a while. Oh my gosh. Thanks for joining. Patrick, what is up? Okay. Let me see. Oh, you've never tried Indian food. Oh, I love curry. I think it's called aloo gobi is one of my favorite curries, and that's like a potato cauliflower dish. I love potato. I'm all for potato all the time, okay? Anyway. Ooh, yeah, naan. Garlic naan with the cilantro on it. Smacks. Oh my god. You guys gotta get Indian food. Curry is what goes on the rice. So to make like a curry, you would basically saute some veggies. You'd probably put some fatty coconut milk in it until it's like an actual, almost like a soup type chili consistency, and that's curry. And a lot for if you're making Indian curry, they use a lot of Indian spices and stuff like that, and then you can pour that over rice or eat it with rice or dip breads into it like naan, stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are awesome. What is up, McQuailus? Thank you for joining. I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. Thank you so much for joining. So it's kind of hard to explain what a curry is if you've never had curry before, but it's kind of like that. Yeah, I would say like a soup type chili consistency. Like for example, for Thanksgiving, we're going over to Chance's parents' house. I am going to make a pumpkin Thai curry because it's fall time. So I'm like, why don't I combine It's gonna be like, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do some of the pumpkin, like, sort of spices, but it's mostly just gonna be pumpkin with the Thai curry spices, stuff like that. How would you explain red? I don't know. Yeah, Clever Fox, right? Oh my god, I'm so excited. So I'll let you guys know how it is. If I remember, I'll post a picture. But I love to cook. I love to cook. I love to bake. I'm like the sweets master, dude. Like I will bake you a cake at 3 in the morning. I will make you muffins, croissants, cakes, crepes, dude. I also play a game with myself called Without a Recipe, where I bake something or cook something without a recipe and I just like wing it and kill it. And I love food. I'm telling you, you have no idea how much food I eat. And I just love to cook, and I would love to cook for people, which I don't really get to do a lot besides Chance. He's always like, I'll be up at 3 in the morning baking some crazy thing that I've never baked before, and he's like, I'm too full, I can't. Get you a girlfriend that keeps you full and is always having you try new sweets and new types of things. I love to cook, so I'll cook for you guys for sure. I will cook you a 10-course meal. Only because my extra gene for sure kicks in, especially when food's involved. I'm telling you. I made these crazy breakfast burritos the other day. Oh my gosh, dude. They were crazy huge. There was, oh my gosh, I can't even get into it. I'm going on a tangent. I love food. We'll talk about it. Sorry if I'm making anybody hungry. There's just so many things in my mind that I either have cooked and I want to talk about or that I have yet to cook and I'm excited about. Okay. You know, maybe I know we're gonna have a meetup sometime when I get to Washington. I don't know how many people I like invite like 50 of you guys and just cook like a whole dinner by myself. I think I'm underestimating how difficult that would be. We'll have to see how many people can even come to a meetup or how many people I can host, and maybe I can cook you guys dinner or bake you something. Really, I would love that. You know, it's the same to your brain. If you actually imagine eating your favorite foods when you're falling asleep, it actually, your brain feels like you're actually eating it. Like I would try. I would try. I do that just to help me get to sleep. I'll imagine like the most beautiful place I can imagine or like the best food that I can taste. Like I'd really try to use my senses when it comes to falling asleep or even for dreams. If you're doing that for your lucid dream practice, 50. Oh, I'd be a little wow. 50? That's pretty, I would love that. I'd feel a little intimidated. There's just so many beautiful people. I wouldn't know how to welcome you all. I can't go to Washington by like being neighbors in Utah. I know, yeah. I'm very excited for Washington just to be in a different space and have more greenery and just more excitement, and there's lots of art and dogs and plants. It's beautiful. I feel like I'm a child when I go to Washington every time. I'll have to see Eric. I'll have to, because I also wanted to see if maybe I can rent a place and then we can all, and I also have to figure out if it's going to be like just a meetup or a retreat, because I want to do like a casual meetup, but also I want to do an actual retreat, like a 4-day lucid dreaming retreat or something in Washington. And we can do tons of little things. We can go to the beach, we can go hiking, we can I'll make sure I have like my telescopes and shit by then, and then we can do some like star studying and watching and stuff, and we'll have tons of different pieces of the retreat that we can do. Of course, there will be like waking up at certain times for like techniques and me guiding you guys through like live meditations of us all together and stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be the coolest lucid dreaming sleepover you've ever had, okay? And because I have an extra gene, you can bet that it's probably gonna be extra. At least a little bit. I actually have also thought about doing cooking streams. I don't know if you guys would want to see that. Some of you, a lot of you are like, hell yeah, I just want to like chill and hang out here with everybody, and that's sick. And then there's some people that are like, I came here for lucid dreaming content. Why are you cooking right now? Why? And they are mad about it. So there's a divide. But I've thought about it because I'm always cooking and like baking or like making teas or like whatever. So yeah, maybe, okay, yeah, okay, all right. Got good feedback right here, okay. Sweet, I love you guys. I love this. Sweet, I'm excited. This is cool. How much is a plane ticket to Washington? I got mine when I went, like $79 or something. I'm telling you, wild. I've went twice. I think the first time was like $79, and then I went with Chance, and it was like 175 for two. Oh, guys, we should make some like dream foods, like, because there's so many different dream teas and like 5-HTP. You know how I always talk about tryptophan? I have tryptophan here. I have 5-HTP here. We can infuse foods to either help us like sleep soundly or dream lucidly. Oh my gosh, should we start like a lucid kitchen cooking series? That'd be so random. That'd be cool. I know. Yeah, John, you're right. Won't be able to. I just kind of, yeah, we just go with the flow. We just do what feels good, you know? All right. Well, we'll have to do that. Maybe I'll do, yeah. Okay. We have a lot to do. We have a lot to do. We have not Lucid Kitchen. I'm just like coming up with a name. Like, what would this series? It's like Jenna and Julian's Kitchen. You know, like if you guys ever watched Jenna Marbles when she would like when she had the cooking series with Julian. I want something that flows off the tongue like that. Jenna Julian Kitchen. Oh no, it was J and J's Kitchen. Yeah. So like what would our kitchen name be for the community? Then be like, hello, welcome back to Lucid Kitchen. Of course, that's not the name we're choosing. We're just filling in the blank for now. Today, we're making the finest of dream teas with a mugwort creme brulee. I've never heard of that before. I don't know if that'd be good or not. That'd be wild. Sounds pretty cool. Haylee's hot. Hell yeah. Ooh. Yes, there must be foods in dream that doesn't exist in reality. Ooh, yeah. Maybe I need to also start that lucid dreaming challenge series back up. I had like the weekly lucid dreaming challenges. I'm not sure if you guys liked that series or not. But that would be something I would ask in that, is like try to find a food in your next lucid dream that doesn't exist in real life or something. And then we can try to recreate it in real life. You know, I literally have cake in the fridge. I have snickerdoodle cake with cream cheese frosting. Haylee's Dream Kitchen. Oh my gosh, where I make all your food dreams come true. Love that, Ghost Wolf. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, we got a few things to launch here. We're launching the Astral Project course. We got our podcast coming up. We're going to be streaming some paint and stuff for you guys. And also, we're starting a kitchen series. This is the extra Dean I'm talking about. I stack on ideas until I'm so excited. I feel overwhelmed, and then I'm like, okay, what first? Really, we're going to do that. I'm gonna write that down even right now so I don't forget. That's how serious this is. We'll start off with like teas, you know, and then we'll just see where it goes from there. but I do end up places I want to be. See, Greg, that's what's kind of cool is a lot of it is down to just like the intention or will, and then if you want actual control as you move through the lucid dream, then that's where more awareness comes in. So, have you ever had a dream, guys, where sorry, I was looking at the timestamp so I can see when to actually put the timestamp of when the dream the dream talk starts, so people watching on the replay know. Okay, 28 minutes. Have you ever had a dream that feels so real and so vivid that you remember even the really mundane parts of it, like checking your phone and just checking the time, like you're like waiting in an office or something, like just the little mundane parts? Who has had a dream like that before? If you can get lucid in a dream like that, like high awareness will feel like that in those types of dreams where you're so aware and so grounded within the lucid dream that you can be somewhere for several minutes and remember the thoughts that you were having within the lucid dream, what time it was, like the conversations that people were having around you. Like it feels like a real life experience the more aware you are. So yeah. I think one reason I like you so much, the main thing is because you are a fellow lucid dreamer. The second thing is you're a beautiful girl who is not using your looks to your advantage. Much respect. Thank you. You know, I've actually been told that a few times, as far as I'm like, oh, you're a chick on YouTube that isn't like wearing hardly anything, trying to like farm views or whatever. And they're like, oh, I'm surprised. I'm like, well, thanks. Well, that's definitely not not my intention. I'm usually wearing this is a 4XL size hoodie, and I am wearing sweats and some these are the coolest socks ever. Look at these socks. I don't know if I can show you them. Some 4-leaf clover socks in November. That's where we're at today. So yeah, we're here for the food talk. We're here for the dream talk. We don't got time for that. I appreciate that, John. But yeah, it's funny that I've been told that before. They're like, huh. Thank you. Thank you. You gotta have lots of cool socks, you know? I also meet who I want, but I don't know it's a dream till I wake up. How do I fix it? So you can either, if it's a specific person you want to see, then you can make them a dream trigger. So like anytime you think about them or see a picture of them, then you check if you're dreaming or do a reality check. But if it's not with a specific person and it's like different people you're wanting to meet in your dreams, I would just try to focus on learning how to spontaneously get lucid, you know, using your awareness. That way you can manifest a situation when you're already lucid. So yeah, I would either, if it's with a specific person you really want to meet, make them a dream trigger. So like, for example, Evan Peters. I know some of y'all in the chat know what I'm talking about. Say that you were like, hey, I want to dream of Evan Peters tonight. Well, it might happen tonight, but you might need to give yourself more time if you're creating him into a dream trigger. Anytime you think about Evan, anytime you see a picture of him, anytime you see a movie with Evan Peters in it, you would do a reality check to train your brain. Okay, if I see this human being, I must ask if I'm dreaming. Eventually, your brain will get the connection between the two. And anytime he shows up, you will also ask if you're dreaming. It's just like creating a habit of anything. It's like you're training your brain is like training a dog, okay? You got to reward it when it does something you want it to do, and you also have to help it know the connections between things. Like before you give a dog a treat, maybe you tell it to sit, and when you hold up the treat, eventually it, after hearing sit and seeing the treat, it will know that once you pull out the treat, the dog sits. Eventually, the dog's brain makes that connection. It's the same way with the reality check. Oh, when I see this, I do this. And then naturally, eventually, anytime you see that thing, you naturally will check if you're dreaming habitually because you've created that neural connection in your brain. So that's how your brain works. It works like you're training a baby or a dog or something. So it goes by creating connections to things. Even the most efficient ways to remember information is to connect it with a visual image or a feeling. And so if you're wanting to remember whatever it is you're wanting to remember, maybe you're studying in school, or maybe you're giving a talk, or just maybe there's some information you really want to learn. Maybe you're learning a new language. Associate what you're learning with either images or feeling or sounds or color, whatever thing seems to apply and make the most sense. Do that, because that's how your brain learns, is by association. That is the most important thing that I can say when it comes to building the habit. And a lot of people ask, like I already kind of answered this, but like, I have non-lucid dreams. How do I just make myself become conscious? You don't make yourself do anything. You just control during the day, building that habit. And then naturally, when you're sleeping, your dream self will start to think, oh, maybe I should check if I'm dreaming. And then all of a sudden, that's when you wake up and you have control. So before you actually get lucid, you dream of your dream self talking about lucid dreaming or questioning it or whatever. And then once you have that awareness, that's when your prefrontal cortex turns on. Is as soon as you get lucid and you know you're dreaming, you jump into the driver's seat, first person. You have that activation, and your prefrontal cortex is literally the part of your brain that is associated with your sense of self and your critical thinking. So your sense of self is like, I am Haylee in this reality. This is where I live. This is what my day looks like. This is my sense of self and awareness. When I lucid dream, or when I become lucid, this awareness of this life turns on in the dream. That's why I can be in the dream and be like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to tell Chance about this when I wake up, because my sense of self is turned on, my prefrontal cortex. So what we're wanting to really do is learn how to naturally turn our prefrontal cortex on more often and spontaneously. And it comes by building the habit of checking in with the self and becoming aware of your environment. That's naturally how you can start to do that within a lucid dream and naturally activate the prefrontal cortex. But yeah, that's when you actually get lucid, is when you have that awareness and you can almost feel it. It's like that aha moment in the dream. All of a sudden, the energy of the dream shifts because now you have awareness that you are in a dream. So it's really about building that muscle more than anything else. That will definitely be the most helpful, because you won't have to rely on a induction technique and wake up at like 4 in the morning or something. I don't really wake up for techniques anymore. I used to, especially when I first started in like the first few years of my lucid dreaming journey. I definitely woke myself up a lot. I would try to sleep a lot. I would naturally sleep a lot. I love sleep, but now it's definitely creating the habit. It's think or work smarter, not harder. And for me, I feel like it makes much more sense and it's much more efficient to create a habit of awareness, because that is guaranteed to create more awareness in other places, you know, like my dreams, for example. And I also noticed the more I practiced awareness and the more I meditated myself to sleep and just throughout the day when I could, I would like be conscious during deep sleep too. Like I would be in dreamless sleep and I would kind of be thinking, but I wouldn't. And it would kind of be like the state that you're in with like hypnagogic imagery, except there's no imagery. It's just dark. But there's like so much depth to the darkness. It's like if you were seeing something really complex in the dark, and you can like kind of see it, and you can see the vastness and the depth and complexity of it. Maybe like a forest, when you're looking at it in the dark, you can tell something's there. It's not just dark. That's kind of what it's like to be conscious in deep sleep for me. And people call this the void state as well, or even the state between dreams. People also call the void, because it gets dark. You know, the dream ends, and then if you're still conscious and aware and you don't move, then the darkness will eventually turn into another dream. And that's kind of how you can dream chain back to back, is once the dream ends, if you get lucid and you wake up, don't move. Stay still, don't move a muscle. And you'll most likely, if done, you know, correctly, obviously there's going to be factors into this, but a dream can start literally right in front of your eyes. And there's something with positioning as well. If you wake up and you had crazy dreams or whatever, and then you flip over and you don't remember your dreams, go back into the position that you were dreaming in, that you remember your dreams in, and you'll get the dream memory back. It's so weird, and it works the same for lucid dreaming as well. Like, I'll have a lucid dream, and then maybe I'll flip over, or I'll turn, and like I just can't get back to sleep or whatever. I will go back into the same position, and then a lot of the time my dream will start back up again, or I'll get my dream recall back. Like, positioning is, there's something to that. So also mess around with how you lay in bed, you know. And we also got to change the way that we see our bedroom. That's our freaking dream temple, dude. You know, we do some cool shit in our dreams, okay? And we need to honor the process a little bit more. And when we go to sleep, we're initiating ourselves into that space. So we got to be mindful of what quality of sleep we're getting. You know, what time do we go to bed and wake up? What position do you notice is the most relaxing for you as far as going to sleep, or as far as inducing sleep paralysis or lucid dream? You want to study. You want to study how you sleep, when you dream, how you dream. You want to be a detective of your own, like, I mean, because there's so much that we already don't know about sleep. What if you can run your own experiments? What if you could be your own scientist and literally perfect entering these different states because you paid so much attention to how you work specifically when it comes to these things? So, for example, for me, I know that I cannot sleep on my back, but I can induce really cool experiences on my back. So sometimes, and I fall asleep on my side. So say that I'm wanting to induce a sleep paralysis or something. I'll lay on my side first, and I'll kind of fall asleep. And you can kind of position yourself where you're not like curled up in your favorite position. It's slightly off. That way you can fall into sleep but come out. So I will do that. And then once I have actually fallen asleep and I wake up, then that's when I will shift to my back for sleep paralysis. And so I've figured out these little things, you know, like this little process that works specifically for me, because I've noticed, oh, this works, this doesn't work, this sometimes works. Like, you really just want to study what happens during your sleep, because you're the only one that's going to be able to do that. And also, we enter the craziest states when we're asleep. That's when we are like actually free. That's when we can actually go home to our original states. I feel like in this 3D reality, this is where we're playing the false role. Like, this is where we think things are real, but this is actually the illusion. This is where we're playing this avatar, this false sense of self in a way, this different life. And then when we go to sleep, naturally, the experiences that happen naturally without us trying, that's what tells us that's what our natural state is. You know, it's something we don't have to try to experience. It's like reaching ecstasy through breath work or meditation. We're clearly meant to experience that, or else we wouldn't have these crazy experiences that happen when we meditate, when we practice breath work. And lucid dreaming is the same way. It's a natural part of our biology, and look how much good comes from it. Look how much incredible transformation comes from lucid dreaming. We're clearly meant to experience it if it creates something like that, you know, especially naturally as well. So these should be the things that we do study, that we do see how far they can go. And that's really what my magazine segment was on, was just like how far the rabbit hole goes within lucid dreaming. So just know that, like, that's when you actually go home to who you truly are, and that's where all the information that you ask yourself for throughout the day, all the questions that you have about your life, what you're supposed to do, where you're meant to go, like who you're meant to be, like, all of that is already within reach. All of that you already have access to, and we can access that information by connecting to the inner self. And there's many ways to do that. Yeah, holotropic breathing. By the way, Greg, did you can see the breathwork video that I posted in there, right? I just wanted to make sure people saw it. I think I released it on Patreon as well as in the Facebook group. I released a 3-hour holotropic breathwork session and then a 1.5-hour. I just wanted to make sure that you saw it and it was properly uploaded to Patreon and the Facebook group, because it's been a little bit iffy the past few days. Ever tried to hug a dream character? So real, so much love. Absolutely. And that's how you transform more like pain points within your inner self, if that makes sense. So like your anger, your inner fear of something, you can actually hug that dream character and the whole dream changes and shifts. And how I can tell that a dream, like something really powerful happened within the dream, is the dream will start to shake. Like after my lucid dream healing, you guys remember, I always talk about it because that's kind of like what got me super into all this. I healed incurable digestive issues that I like are not supposed to be able to go away. IBS, chronic gastritis, esophagitis, ulcers. I had all of that. I was able to literally almost completely erase the physical pain, maybe like 96% of it. And I also got an endoscopy before and also after, like a year after that, and it showed a complete difference in the scratches and erosions that they said were on my stomach lining. Gone after the lucid dream practice. And you bet your ass I told them what happened. They were like, oh, what did you do? Did you try a new medication? Did you do this? Because they were the ones that gave me like the 8 different medications, the GA doctor I went to. When I came back, they were like, oh, and I did the follow-up endoscopy. They're like, oh, have the medications been working? I'm like, oh, I actually stopped taking them after like the first 2 months because I felt like a zombie and I couldn't live. So I actually did my own practices. And they're like, oh, like what? And I told them, have you ever heard of a lucid dream? They were like, no. And then you know me, I'm definitely having this conversation with as many people as I can, and I have already talked to 3 separate doctors in my life about lucid dreaming. And the last one that I talked to you guys about, I think last week, yeah, my doctor came into the office and asked me for dream advice to decode her dream, and that was super cool. But anyway, that's what I was able to heal through a dream using the placebo effect. And after I did that healing, the dream started to shake and to rumble. And to me, that is like when a big change takes place or something happens that is profound internally. What is up, Justin? Oh my god, Kenton, you guys, Mars, what is up? How's it going? Look at all my homies here. You guys are so cool. I have always been a very vivid dreamer and I want to learn to lucid dream. Well, you are in the right place, Mars. Let us know what you need help with. I've got videos on probably every topic within lucid dreaming, and if there's any videos that I haven't made yet, let me know, because I definitely want to be able to answer all of your guys' questions and help in the ways that are needed. And you're definitely in the right place. We also have community chat if you ever want to connect with the community, share experiences, ask questions. Eric, if you don't mind dropping my link tree, I'd appreciate that. My link tree, if you ever see that drop, it is just where all of my socials are housed and all my different resources. You can find our Facebook group there, you can find our Telegram chat there, and then ways that you can connect with me. And then also, if this is your content during the day, right? Like this channel is your lucid dreaming content during the day, and then during night when you're sleeping, you can check out my second channel for your lucid dreaming slash astral projection deep sleep music. So we're trying to cover all bases here. Yeah, we stream Mondays here. Monday, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Oh my gosh, Mars! Well, here we are. Here to help, okay? And guys, if you have any specific questions, please drop them in the chat, and I will do my best to get to them. Again, we're talking about the reasons why we should learn to lucid dream and how it can completely transform your life. And I promise you, I'm not exaggerating. The lucid dream world hasn't sponsored me, okay? This is coming from the heart, okay? And I'm telling you, I've not been able to find the limits within lucid dreaming, and that healing was something that completely transformed my life. I'm telling you that I can't even tell you what I went through with my health before I found lucid dreaming, and it completely transformed my life. And I'm so grateful that I went through all that, because it really showed me what I'm supposed to do and the information I'm supposed to share and how I'm supposed to hopefully help others, you know. And it's not just with physical healing or emotional healing like, I want to help you guys create your dream lives. I want your biggest and wildest dreams to come true. And that's why for anyone who's just joining in, or this is your first time joining, not only do we touch on like lucid dreaming and out-of-body experience and consciousness exploration, but also consciousness expanding topics like healing your grief or your different traumas, or managing your mind, and learning to self-coach yourself through really any situation that you experience in your life so you can live your most optimal life and be your most optimal self. And to me, there's nothing worse than the feeling of knowing that you're capable of doing so much and not being able to do that. And so I want to be able to support you, so you can find your most like wildest desires and just following what you're truly supposed to do. I want to have a community that helps support you in that direction. So not only get lucid and live your wildest dreams, but I want this community to also support your dreams, whether it's when you're sleeping or the dreams you have when you're awake. And again, this really does come to, I mean, spirituality, psychology, science, just metaphysics. I mean, we talk about kind of everything on here. So, you know, lucidity and beyond, baby. That is true. I love dreaming so much. I've been keeping a dream journal for years now. Oh, awesome. I just got a new dream journal. Mine's almost all the way filled. And I have several. Let's see if we can find a weird dream. I have I have some past dream journals here. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. I am more than my physical body. Yep, this is a dream journal. This one's from 2018. Let's see. 2016 and 17. 2017, 17 and 18, 2018. Cool. Hell yeah, look at this. Look at this. This was 10 years ago. Wait, no, it wasn't. Never mind. I saw 2016 and I'm 26. So I was like, oh, 10 years ago. No, we're in 2022, not 2026. I know where I am right now. Okay. Let me see. I want to see if I have any lucid dreams. I usually mark them with a star. In this Astral Projection Get Together. That's the name of this dream titled. January 2nd, 2017. Astral Projection Get Together. I dreamed very vivid today and remembered there was some good friends I was with. There was a way tall tree house with a platform on top. I was telling my friend we should go to the top so we can astral project. There was nice people everywhere. And I remember something about a big storm. It seemed like it was a big event, like a rave or Warped Tour. I think Chance was in this as well. I'll note more if I remember. I didn't note more, so clearly I didn't remember. That was a very short dream. I used to use these little journals that are really, really, just the little like flip ones. And then I was like, okay, I'm using way too many of these. Let me upgrade my dream journals. And now I go for the thick boys, you know, ones that will last like a long time. No, not this day 10 years ago. I messed it up. Yeah, it was, it's from 2016, but because I'm 26, I was like, oh, 10 years ago, but no, we're in 2022, not 26. Anyone else here spend a whole lifetime in a dream? I totally get what you're talking about, and it's so cool. That's why I love dreams. It literally feels like a whole other life. And there's people that I visit again in my dreams. Oh. Okay. January 10th, 2017. I've been attempting astral projection the last few days and have had similar dreams that I can't all the way remember. I remember that every time I'm either practicing astral projection in my dreams or I'm astral projecting in my dreams. Last night, when I woke myself up, I dreamed I was astral projecting. These dreams happen when I wake myself up and meditate into an astral experience. This is where I need to keep my mind focused on sleep paralysis. Okay, so it seems like the issue I was experiencing here is I would wake myself up to induce an out-of-body experience, and I would go into a dream where I started dreaming. I was astral projecting, but not actually astral projecting. Okay, I remember this now. And this is also another benefit of writing your dreams down. And again, you can see that this wasn't a dream. This was an experience that happened during sleep, and that's really what a dream journal is for. It's supposed to help you build memory over time. And I just wrote down, I'm just reporting each day what happens. So it doesn't have to be an actual dream. Just report what happens each day, and you can look back on it. You can see what you needed to actually do. You can kind of problem solve your own issues. And this will help you also be better for kind of troubleshooting now in your own practice. And it's interesting because I know a lot of people have had this happen where they'll maybe get up to try to astral project and then they just have a dream that they're doing that. That definitely happens to me. Okay. Okay, sorry. I'll get to the specific benefits I want to talk about. Oh, this dream's called Poltergeist. This sounds cool. Should we read this? It's kind of long. The next one's called High on LSD. Oh yeah, I had a lucid dream where I actually took LSD. That was crazy. That was crazy. Damn, old Haylee's dreams are getting crazy. Okay, let me know if you guys want me to read this dream. If not, we will continue to the lucid dreaming benefits and perks that I think you guys should know. I've never had an astral projection experience. Not yet, but you will. Absolutely, you will, being here. And of course, if there's anybody who is interested in joining the astral project, the astral projection course, it starts December 5th, 2022. You can reach out to me for information on that. It's not really going to be like the Lucid Dream series where people can just enroll in the classes, like one of the classes or all of the classes. This astral projection course is being sold as a full course. So yeah, let me know if you guys have questions. I'm very excited. Okay, yeah, you want to, okay. I will read this one dream to you. I don't know what is going to be in here, so we'll just see. Oh my god. The first line is when I woke up at 4:30 a.m. to attempt astral projection. See, I told you, every day, I was grinding, dude. I was not gonna settle. See, so it's kind of cool to read my own old experiences because it's cool to hear what I was doing in my practice. Okay, I'm just gonna read this and then I will get to the specific benefits of lucid dreaming that I think you guys should know. All right. Okay, story time. I have no idea what to expect, by the way. All right. I was trying to proofread. I have no idea what's in here. When I woke up at 4:30 a.m. to attempt astral projection, I went into a dream where everything was the same scenario. In my dream, I woke up from trying to astral project, and Chance was at the computer playing Rocket League. I think I felt there was a presence in my room, so I asked them to move my stuffed animal that I was holding, and the hand of the bear lifted up very fast. It looked like they were pinching the very tip of the stuffed animal hand to lift it up. Okay, so I used to have a lot of, I still do sometimes, some paranormal dreams. So it looks like I felt like, yeah, when I woke up from attempting to astral project in my room, I felt like there was a presence with me, so I asked them to move a stuffed animal to prove kind of that they were there. And in the dream, they actually, and it looked like an invisible person was kind of pinching the top of the stuffed animal and moving it. I do remember this dream now. And see, that's another benefit of writing your dreams down is all of your dreams you remember crystal clear. Like if you write them down, you can visually see it, even if it's like 10, probably even 20 years old. Yeah, astral projection is more, it has more of an eerie vibe for sure, but it's really cool and it helps me break through fear. I love astral projection practices because it helps me break through the fear barrier and surrender, and like it pushes me into the unknown, which is sometimes a scary place to go. But if I'm used to going into the unknown, then even in my waking life, I won't let anything stop me because I'm used to going into the unknown. So any experience I haven't tried before, I'm less likely to back out or be too nervous because I'm so used to just trusting and surrendering. That's what I hope to build through my practice of out-of-body experiences, is like real life confidence to step into the unknown, which I do think that it is actually, it's not too hard. I think it takes a little bit more dedication than lucid dreaming, but you just need to understand the subtle little shifts in it. It's just a shift of perspective, actually. And we've touched on this before, but it's literally just a small shift that actually makes all the difference. But so I think I felt like there was a presence in my room, so I asked them to move my stuffed animal that I was holding, and the hand of the bear lifted up very fast. It looked like they were pinching the very tip of the stuffed animal hand to lift it up. It kind of startled me, but since I knew there was a presence, I didn't want to make it uncomfortable or angry, so I acted very impressed and thankful. I quickly left the room to go get Chance. Chance, it's important, there's something in our room, I said. He was very focused on Rocket League that I had to straight up say, hey, there's a spirit in the room moving stuff. He looked at me a little surprised and finally came into the room with me. The ghost's name was Jen. The ghost's name was Jen, and she had the same presence of my mom's old friend, Jen. Oh. When he came in the room, I asked Jen to move something so Chance could see, and we had Christmas blue lights above our window, and they all went out and broke at once. A few things started falling, and Chance got way freaked out and ran out of the house. There was a shelf on the outside by our stairs at our apartment that Juno was sleeping on, and we hurried and grabbed him to the van. I don't understand that. Maybe it makes sense. I'm just like in the reading mode, so tell me if it doesn't make sense. It was a long parking lot like the one at a grocery store. The van was parked on the other side of the parking lot, so apparently the shit was happening. Poltergeist was full throttle in the house, and we packed up and left with Juno because it was crazy, I think. It was a light blue-gray, run-down looking van. I asked Chance where we were going to go, and he said there's nowhere to go and we have to go back. When we went back, it was me, Chance, and Juno, and I think 2 other girls. I asked Jen, the ghost, why she was so upset and if there is anything I can do to help. She said there was a person at my school that she wanted to trick and scare, and she was using my phone to type what the tasks were. What is this ghost up to? Oh my gosh. The girl that was with us wait. Oh, okay, so this ghost is giving us specific tasks to go scare this person at a school. Why? I don't see, a school's always involved somehow. Oh, no worries, Greg. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Much love. Chance was telling me that he was chatting with her online. Wait, what? I don't even understand what I'm saying. One second. I have no idea what this is saying. It is going into like technicalities of a specific chat and having to like auto delete messages and all that. I have no idea. I guess this is also something interesting from reading dreams like forever old, is you're like, what the hell was I saying? Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna read it. I'm just gonna read it. Alright, I'm almost done. If it doesn't make sense, I'm sorry. This is Haylee's brain after waking up from a dream from 2017. So, okay. I asked Jen the ghost why she was upset and if there's anything I can do to help. She said there was a person at my school that she wanted to trick and scare, and she was using my phone to type what the tasks were. The girl that was with us agreed to do it. Chance was telling me that he was chatting with her online to make sure he's on good terms with her. He would write a message in a random chat and then delete it, and then she would write back that way without actually sending any messages. We went back in the room, and me and Chance were sitting on the floor by the door. The girl who said she'd scare that person for Jen the ghost started to tell Jen what she did. Jen smiled, but the poltergeist started to happen again. The vent started to come out and shake, and Chance got way freaked out. It got way bad to the point we had to leave again. Chance kept running fast and leaving me. Juno got off his leash and started running. What chaos! Holy shit, dude. Like, my dog used to get out of his leash sometime because he had like this weird collar that he'd be able to slip out of, and we'd have to oh my god, it was so much, dude. So all of this happening, the poltergeist, there was drama with the Jen ghost and the chick at school. The beef wasn't solved, and so Jen's still mad, and now there's like crazy poltergeist stuff still happening. We have to leave again. Juno gets off his leash. There's chaos. Someone was walking their cat in the parking lot, and it started to jump at me. I ran the other way so Juno would chase me, and he did. When we got to the van, our same friends were there. Basically a bunch of dirty hippies. They always seemed to be parked in the same spot, and there were lights in the van, and everything was dirty. I felt way safe and comfortable. What? I do remember earlier in the dream, me, Chance, and friends were hanging outside the school blasting dubstep and trance and dancing, and everyone was looking at us. I think it was after the first poltergeist experience, because I remember we were trying to keep it on the down low and not be too loud. What? That's my dream. I didn't expect that. What a crazy turn of events. After the poltergeist, we just go hang out in this van with some dirty hippies and just have this crazy rave or something. Eric. What's up? How's it going, Burning Spirit Light? Good to see you. Is it burning light spirit, or is it burning spirit light? I forgot. Cool dream, I guess. Anyways, that's a little, and then as you can see, the next dream is literally called High on LSD. Wow, this is cool. Yeah, burning spirit light. Okay, got it. I was right the first time I started to question. Well, there we go. I might keep this open because this seems like an interesting. I just turned to one page in the dream, and I had a dream I was gonna eat cereal, and then I'm happy I saved milk. Anyway. That's so funny. I just didn't expect that. Okay, cool. Sick. Now we're gonna get to, now we're segueing our way to some incredible reasons why you should have a dream practice too. If you can't tell, it's a lot of fun. A lot of unexpected turns, even in your own dreams that you read back. So that's pretty cool. How you feeling, Eric? What's going on? How's it going over there? One time I had a dream there was a group of explorers exploring an ancient city that would be considered a modern-day city today. It was buried under rubble. Oh. This one guy fell in a hole, then the team followed them into into it. This is how we discovered the city. Whoa! I love dreaming of like weird, ancient, kind of just like really energetically powerful places. I mean, I drink like almond milk and coconut milk and stuff, so I'd say yeah, plant-based milk is important to me. I don't know why I don't know why I had that dream. Anyway, it's like in the middle of my LSD dream. I have the LSD dream, I wake up, I have a dream of eating cereal, and then I go back into the LSD dream. Whatever floats your goats and is best for you, I want you to do. Okay, so, hello everyone. We're just going to touch on a few things, okay? So, the first thing that I have on here, as far as a reason why I think dreaming or lucid dreaming is important, is practicing skills and actually improving in those skills. Now, you know how we talked about the prefrontal cortex being activated when we're lucid. That's our sense of self, that's our critical thinking, that's our this paradigm's brain, right? The one that lives in this reality. When we carry that into a dream, so when we have a conscious dream, a lucid dream, and we can physically act out something, whether it is running, whether it is longboarding, singing, any sort of specific action that would be kind of repeatable in waking life, you can actually improve on through lucid dreaming. Which skills did you improve? There's a few different ones that I have worked on. One of the first ones I remember was public speaking. I was definitely I had a lot of social anxiety before, so that's something I worked on a lot. Even my first YouTube video, it took me so long to make. What is it? It's like 7 minutes or something. My very, very first one, and it took me a while to make because it's very stressful and I had a lot of anxiety about it. So I definitely use lucid dreaming for that. Swimming. I definitely swim a lot in my dreams. Even just my non-lucid dreams, I notice that I'm swimming in. Driving. Driving is something that I've been able to practice within the lucid dream. Painting. Singing. Meditating, for sure. Meditating. Those are the main ones that I think right now. But I'm always learning to look for more to learn and practice within the dream state. I'm either doing something like that, or a lot of the time I'm asking questions to my subconscious. I'm going up to dream characters, asking them questions. That's usually the stuff that I do most of the time. But yeah, you can practice skills and actually improve in those skills in waking life because it's like muscle memory. That's really what it is. And when you're lucid dreaming, it feels so realistic that when you do it again in waking life, it already feels like you kind of just practice, right? So if like you spent your entire lucid dream playing guitar, the next time you pick up your guitar, it's gonna feel like it hasn't been that long since you played guitar, because technically it hasn't to your brain. Whatever you experience while lucid is real. So that's something super cool to keep in mind. And I don't really know where the limits of that are. As far as what you can practice and what you can't, I say go for it, whatever it is. I say just do it and see what happens. I always encourage people to kind of run their own experiments. So definitely do that. One thing I really love to do is meeting internal archetypes. That's probably my favorite thing to do because I always want to improve on the self. I'm always curious to understand like what made me the way that I am in a lot of ways. Oh, we've been live for 1 hour, 11 minutes. But yeah, I'm just curious, like, what goes on inside, you know? Like, the personalities as well of my archetypes I find really interesting. Like, you can meet your inner creativity or whatever as a dream character, and they'll actually have full personalities. They'll crack jokes. They'll have things that they like and don't like. It's like, it just expands. It expands our inner self of like our archetypes. Like, so that way now your creativity isn't just your creativity. It has a whole personality to it. You know, you're able to talk to it. You're able to ask your creativity questions. You're able to see how it works and what inspires it and what doesn't. And I think that's super valuable when it comes to self-growth and stuff. Because shows you where your pain points are in a lot of areas with very specific things. You can even meet like your learning, like your ability to learn new information or something, or your focus, and you can actually figure out what would actually help and benefit your focus or your ability to learn new things, and maybe what's getting in the way of that. It's very insightful. It's very cool, and I think anybody really wishes that they could talk to their brain, you know, their digestive tract, your microbiome. You could probably meet in a lucid dream and talk to. And I think that's just something that's really, really cool. And I spend a lot of yeah, I've seen 111 all over today. Yeah. Um, and it's just something really powerful. That's what I really appreciate about lucid dreaming, and it really connects you to yourself, and helps you understand things from a different perspective, and yeah, it's just very beautiful. Obviously we've talked about this. You can reprogram your brain to make and break habits. What's one habit you want to make and one habit you want to break? I would say my habit that I want to break is eating a lot of sweets. I love sweets. I love pies, cakes, cookies, ice cream, chocolate, all of it. I love all of it. And I would like to not like it as much as I do. And, you know, the lucid dream helps because if you eat sweets in the lucid dream, it actually affects your sweet tooth. You wake up less hungry, and you also wake up with less of a sweet tooth because it's a real experience to your brain. So that's already something I can solve by just eating more sweets, but in the lucid dream, you know? So that's one thing I want to break. Because I'm telling you, I could eat a whole box of donuts on my own in one day. Anyway, that's one thing I want to, you know, work on, is like sweets. I don't really like candy though. I don't really like, you know, candy, like hard candy and stuff like that. Mm-mm. It's got to be like kind of decadent and, you know, sweet and nice. But anyway, yeah, vegan donuts, but it's still dangerous because of how much sugar my body's willing to consume. Okay, for real. Uh, and the thing that I want to make, the habit I want to make, probably my sleeping schedule. Because I get a lot of energy later at night. Sometimes I fall asleep really early, and then other times, like yesterday, I stayed up till like 5 in the morning. But yeah, that's not every night, but it is some nights. So I think that's one thing that I want to work on more. But yeah, the lucid dream state is really amazing for helping you do those things. If there's a habit you want to make or a habit you want to break. And there's a few different ways to address this within the lucid dream. Again, you can use affirmations and physical mental rehearsal and action. You can ask a dream character. You can there's so many ways that you can work on these different aspects. You can talk to them individually, but figure out what your biggest desire or goal is for your next lucid dream, and then figure out a plan of what would make the most sense in order to fulfill that in the dream. Because dream planning is really going to help you. If you say like, hey, I want to heal my back pain in my next lucid dream, or I at least want to address my back pain, what's that going to look like? As soon as you get lucid, you'll probably stabilize the dream, and then what are you going to call out to the sky? Like, what are you going to do as soon as you get lucid? And figuring out those details is really going to help once you actually get lucid, because then you're not going to be like wasting time. Thank you, Nancy. It's a little bit long to have down. I tried yesterday, but I was like, I need to put it in braids. This is a little crazy. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, I hope that makes sense. As far as, yeah, reprogramming your brain. Oh yeah. You can change your thought patterns doing that. Same thing. You can use it to see new perspectives and heal trauma. Yeah, I'm 26. And let's see, as far as, that's pretty much it for neuroplasticity. As far as all I can think of, like anything that you do within the lucid dream though is shifting your brain in a way, neurologically. even just practicing a skill is technically neuroplasticity within the dream. So yeah, there's tons of different ways to reprogram your brain. Connecting with loved ones who have passed away. This has been a saving grace for me, to be able to still see my grandmother within my dreams, to hear her voice, to smell her perfume. So lucid dreaming. Oh, really? Oh my gosh. When's your guys' birthdays? When's your guys' birthdays? Almost 25, Zerisha. Happy early birthday to your daughter. I would love to know kind of what your guys' zodiacs are. Cool, my birthday's August 12th. Double Leo over here. I know we got a beautiful mix of people and different zodiacs. Oh, February 3rd. Oh, a day before Valentine's Day? Oh my gosh. I'll have to send you a cute letter for your birthday that's also like Valentine's themed. I would love a birthday. Those of you who have birthdays next to like big holidays, do you like it or hate it? Because I hear both sides. Like people who have their birthday like right next to Thanksgiving or like Christmas especially, like how does that feel? Like does that take away from your birthday? Does it add to it? I hear both. Yeah, Gemini, what is up? Oh, 6th of December. Yes, happy early birthday. So close. I know, it's like one gift for both. It's like, hey, this is for your birthday and Christmas. And wait, people don't really give presents for Thanksgiving. They should. We should give food as gifts, as like, we should still wrap them like Christmas gifts, but it's like, hey, I got you your favorite croissants or this and this. It should be like food related. Maybe I'm just trying to find an excuse to get more food. I'm not sure. December 20th. Oh my gosh. Happy early birthday to you as well. Oh my gosh. You know what we should do? Every year, we should have a. Your birthday's August. Oh yeah, we talked about that, Eric. Our birthdays are like really close. 3 days apart. We should have a, wait, so you're a Leo too, right, Eric? Or I'm not sure where I think, yeah, because Leo starts in like July, late July. We should have I knew I liked you, Eric. I knew it. Well, Leo, that explains it. I am a Leo sun and a Leo moon and a Capricorn rising. And so I found out our rising sign is not only like how other people see us, so like by heart and how I think and how I act, I'm very Leo, fiery, playful, very spontaneous. I'm a very hopeless, romantic, very childlike person. And then people see me as this businesswoman, this like meticulous, structured lady, except I'm not in a lot of areas. I am in so many, but that's not who I truly am. I had to learn that skill, and so when people see the Capricorn side of me, the structured, the business side of me, rising sign is what we are meant to almost conquer in this life or master. And so my Leo natural energy, that's how I am and how I'll always be. But one of the things I'm meant to master is the structure of owning and expanding a business and learning the more technical side of things, because my mind is naturally very creative and flowy and wild. So learning how to tame that and learning the structured side of things is kind of what I'm meant to master in this life anyway. Yeah, a lot of fire. I got a lot of fire in my chart and a lot of Cancer in my chart, which makes sense because I don't want to be a mom to like a human in this life, but I definitely have so much motherly energy that I desire to give, like to animals, to plants, to children, or just people I see. I have a very big heart, but I don't want to be necessarily a mom to a human in this life, but it's more so mothering the land and everything that is on it. is how I want my life to be. Oh, thank you. I definitely also tame myself a lot for YouTube. Um, some of you though, in some of my containers, like some of the courses I do, Patreon, sometimes I'm more like, you know, I'm just like filming from my phone and just like walking around and like just doing random stuff in my videos. So, yeah, on my main channel, I'm more, a lot of the time, stationary and focused sometimes, but that's definitely not how I am all the time. Yeah, I love being a dog mom. It's the best thing in the whole world. Um, we have a national celebration day, December 5th, called Sinterklaas. Oh, 2 days of presents. Score! Sweet! Oh my gosh, views are at 111 now. Guys, I'm telling you. That's so cool. You guys are so cool. I love you guys. Sorry to get off track. Not really. It actually is, it all is connected. This next thing, which we talk about a lot, is really, I call it reality shifting, but really what that means is paradigm shifting or manifesting. Now, TikTok's version of reality shifting, I am sorry to inform you, but it does happen in dream states. Some people have argued that, but most people I feel like here agree. And I also did give it the benefit of the doubt. It's like, maybe I don't understand exactly what TikTok is talking about with reality shifting. So I watched a few videos on it. I watched over an hour of videos on reality shifting, and I've come to the conclusion that it is playing in the liminal states of consciousness for most of the experiences, which is kind of what we talk about on the channel. And if I were to follow the steps that were given to reality shift, I would be either inducing a liminal dream or a lucid dream. So when I talk about reality shifting, I'm talking about manifesting, paradigm shifting, all of that. TikTok's version of reality shifting is literally dreaming it. And some people don't agree because maybe they don't understand that it's not just like I'm in REM sleep or I'm awake. Dreaming is a spectrum. Dreaming is a spectrum, and there's so many different types of dreams. And so, yeah, I just want to preface that. So anytime we do talk about reality shifting, that's what we're referring to. And really what it comes down to is all that exists in this very present moment, right? And what the person that we adapt in this moment, the person we decide to be in this very moment, is what creates the next moment in our life. That means that if we want to change our life in the now, maybe we want to feel differently, we want to think differently, we want to see things differently, we need to start almost playing that role to prepare us for that life that we're bringing in through these actions of change. So for example, every time you go get the mail, you're expecting bills, you're dreading bills, you hate waking up in the morning. Like, which of these things do you think are creating the most weight in your life? And how can we change those to match what you would probably do if you didn't have these struggles, maybe financial struggles in particular? You are almost adapting that personality. You're becoming that person in your current reality, and slowly you will see things start to change. Opportunities will come in. You will meet new people. Things will just shift naturally and gradually to kind of merge you with that new reality because you assumed the identity of that ideal reality. That's all that manifesting is assuming wholeheartedly the identity of the person you wish to experience in the circumstances or the life you wish to experience. That's really all that it is. Because if you want to be, let's just say financial wealth, because I feel like that's something that a lot of people think about. There is no way you will keep the same life if you learn how to think like a wealthy person, if you learn how to feel like a wealthy person, and if you learn how to act and behave like a wealthy person. There is no way your life will stay the same. So that's really all that it is assuming that identity of that person or that life that you want to adapt as your own. So yeah, and by the way, Secrets of a Millionaire Mind is a super good book by T. Harv Eker. Very short, very simple, very sweet. And it just goes over some of the habits that a lot of millionaires have, some of the ways that they think, and what are the differences between people in poverty consciousness and wealth consciousness. And wealth consciousness doesn't necessarily mean, I'm a millionaire, I have so much money, blah, 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 blah. Wealth consciousness is the feeling of wealth. It's the feeling of abundance, and this isn't just financial wealth. This is abundance and wealth in all that you're experiencing. It's really being overwhelmed with gratitude and realizing that you have more than enough in several areas of your life. That's wealth consciousness. Once you can adapt that and that starts to become a normal way of feeling, then your thinking starts to change with that. Your behaviors start to change with that. And of course, when your behaviors change, who you're around also changes, right? Because we are magnetized to people that are more like us. So you'll notice your friend group start to change, you know? I'm not saying that's guaranteed, but you will notice the more that you change your internal world, you will see your external world start to change as well, which is a great thing, obviously. It's a great sign. It's showing that there's some momentum under the surface that's creating change. So that's all that reality shifting is. You can do this within the dream state, and you can also do this while you're awake. I recommend making this a part of your lifestyle. And if you guys want more information on that, I do have videos on that. We can talk about that as well. I can make a new, more updated video on reality shifting, although I'm sure all of the kind of content in my last reality shifting video is still relevant, as it wasn't very long ago, and it does talk about this exact same thing with kind of paradigm shifting. I had a lucid dream last night and I was stuck in it for a long while and I couldn't wake up. Does this happen to you? Hasn't happened for a while. Used to happen a lot when I was a kid. But yeah, it is very interesting when that happens. And a lot of the time when that happens, it's kind of almost like dual body awareness, because something's happening with our physical body that kind of causes us to be halted in our experience within our dream. But this one wasn't a physical dual body awareness where you could physically feel the vibrations of your physical body or anything. It was almost like you were tapping into the lack of awareness almost from your physical experience in bed. That's very interesting, because usually with lucid, you know, and it also depends how aware you were as well in the dream, because sometimes we can be lucid but not have much control or influence over what we are experiencing. We already talked about the placebo effect. Just know that this also goes with physical healing, emotional healing, mental healing, and anything that we can really mentally rehearse within the dream or physically rehearse. The placebo effect can be kind of used within the dream. Overcoming fears using exposure therapy through the dream. So exposure therapy is literally interacting with your fear slowly and gradually to the point where the brain cannot stay in a state of constant anxiety, and so it starts to rewire itself. And again, it's all about association. So because there's something that, let's say it's elevators. Let's say you're terrified of elevators. When you see an elevator, you start to have certain thoughts that create certain feelings in your body that elevators are not safe, elevators are bad. So your brain has an association with elevators and then the feeling of unsafe and panic. To reprogram your brain, you've got to learn to create new thoughts and feelings when associated with elevator. So your brain knows to rewire itself to think of elevators in a different way. So within the lucid dream, you know that you're dreaming, but your brain does not. So you can interact safely with elevators without even being near an elevator in waking life. And you can choose the thoughts that you want to have and the feelings you want to feel when you're interacting with that elevator in your dream. And your brain's like, wait, hold up. I thought that we were terrified of elevators. Well, it seems like they're kind of okay now, so I'll start rewiring the brain to be less scared of elevators. So that's where lucid dreaming can come in, is it really helps take away the fear of not being safe. Because if we interact with them in waking life, we can do it, but it's still a little scary. There's no barrier there, I guess is a great word. Like those who are scared of spiders. Oh, to overcome your fear of spiders, you just have to get used to holding them and being around them. It's like, well, that's the one thing that is difficult to do because I have a fear of spiders, right? And being near them would maybe make you feel unsafe. So to practice in the lucid dream, you know that it's just a dream spider and this is just your dream hand, but your brain doesn't know that. So that's where it's very helpful and handy to use lucid dreaming for overcoming fears, because there is that barrier that that kind of keeps you safe. Yeah, I made a video on that, like romanticizing your life, seeing the world through your own personal love story. Like if your whole life was a love story, starring you, and you got to read this back at the end of your life and other people got to read it, what would you want to be in the book? Like, how do you want to pour your tea in the morning? How do you want to think? How do you want to open the blinds? How do you want to walk and talk to yourself and talk to others? We can be the exact person we want to be. It's just a choice, and obviously our brain is wired to be a certain way. So we have to be patient when it comes to completely changing our identity and our habits and our thoughts and our feelings and what we eat and what we do. That's a lot, that's a lot of things to change. And I think knowing that we can change anything and that it all is a choice is very powerful, but also knowing that taking it one step at a time and having grace with yourself is equally powerful and important. That really sets you up for success. It's either people thinking that everything isn't a choice, or there's people that just feel like we're not able to change our habits. Knowing both of those are possible and it requires patience and persistence, that really is the golden spot. Oh, I love that. I really do miss the tea time talks. Do you guys like that? Maybe we'll do a live one. Because most of my tea time talk videos, I'll have like a hot cup of tea and then I'll just click record and I'll just like chat for a while. But maybe if you guys like that series, we can do a live one. And we'll all just get our hot cup of tea. Maybe I'll take you in the kitchen and we'll make some tea first. And then we will do a Tea Time Talks video. That sounds cool. Yes, absolutely. Of course. That's exactly right. Endless adventure and self-exploration. Oh, Eric. Let me see. Can I put my emotes here? Oh, look. Can I put all of them? You can't really see. Oh, you can see them. See, these are the emotes I made for the group. We got a sloth, sleeping sloth, of course. We have a dog, because you have to. Sweet dreams. We'll have to make more. The more members we get, we can actually unlock more emote slots, so I can make more emotes for us, and I would love to hear what you guys, I'll have to make a big ass mug one. I have to. I can't believe I haven't thought of that. People joining the membership is going to be so confused and like, okay, you can unlock these perks on the channel and these emotes, and there's just like tons of information on like big ass mugs. And they're like, what does this mean? Is this a code word for something? I really don't get it. Hell yeah. That's funny. So as far as endless adventure and self-exploration, really adventuring in the lucid dream is exploring the self, because it takes place within the self. It takes place within the subconscious. So yeah, I would say that just adventuring and exploring the dream really is exploring the self, and you're learning something new. I love exploring my dreams because I get to see the softer, more colorful, adventurous side of me, and then some of the wounded parts of me from my childhood, and just all the depth of me as a person I can visually see in the lucid dream because of the depth in the lucid dream, and just knowing that every single thing that I see is created by me within the dream. It's just like, wow. It just really helps you appreciate consciousness and the self. Movie that I recommend. So I like a few different types of movies. It really depends what genre you like. Alice in Wonderland, like the 1950s version of Alice in Wonderland, is one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Across the Universe. Sweeney Todd, I love a lot. I haven't watched movies in a very long time. I think the last the last movie I watched was the series I told you guys about. Um, yeah, Sweeney Todd is I know that movie from start to finish, but it's also because I'm like a hardcore Johnny Depp fan, and I have been since like the beginning of time. So yeah, that's one. I came for Johnny Depp, and I stayed for just all of the Sweeney Todd essence. Yeah. Oh yeah. You guys, I have so much I need to watch. Yeah. Across the Universe is cool. It's like a Beatles musical plus it's really cool though. It's based on the I can't remember which war it was, like the Revolutionary War. And it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Let me know if you watch it. It's really trippy too, and good vibes. Um, yeah, I have a lot to watch. Let's see. Exploring potential future paths is what I put down. And living out your wildest fantasies. So you can explore future paths for your life through lucid dreaming, which I think is really cool. Of course, we know we can connect directly with the subconscious mind by speaking to it directly. And we get like 10 plus years of our life back when we practice lucid dreaming, which is we spend about 10 years dreaming and about 30-ish years sleeping. So we definitely get so much more time back by exploring the dream world and ourself and what it means to be a conscious being. As far as your guys' recommend or your question for movies, do documentaries count? I assume. If so, that is a good one. Inner Worlds, Outer Worlds, Automatic Brain shows how our subconscious mind kind of works, and it reveals a lot about our brain and our subconscious mind. What is that series called? Limitless on Gaia. You have seen Inner Worlds, Outer Worlds, Eric? Yes! So good, dude. Oh my god. I love the talk on like the sacred spiral and the golden ratio and how it shows everything in nature is mathematically like in line with the golden ratio exactly. That blows my mind. I love that. And people think, and those who say they were kind of just like, we're just kind of fucking thrown here on Earth, you know, I have no idea why we're here. Like, obviously there's purpose. Everything was divinely or meticulously orchestrated. And we can see that by the structures in the universe when we compare it to, you know, mathematical structures and the universal structures. It's so interesting how everything is so intricately woven together. And I just loved that episode. Just curious, Haylee, can you fight? Do you ever do anything? Not kung fu. Tai Chi doesn't really count because that's more of like a somatic movement, energy practice. I did really want to learn like Taekwondo or like some sort of martial arts. I did have a friend that used to do kung fu. And Kung Fu Haylee, oh, dude, Kung Fu is different. Like, I had a friend that was into Kung Fu, and I was like, oh yeah, like karate. And he was like, no, bro, this is not like karate. And he showed me. He would like, yeah, it was just crazy. Very fast movements. Very fast. Like, oh my gosh, you could, like, he'd be like, okay, don't be scared, okay? I'm gonna show you some, like, kung fu moves or whatever. And I was just like, okay. And he was like, oh my god. He was, like, punching like 5-finger death punch status, like really intense, but stopping right before my chest. And he was going like 1,000,000 miles an hour. I'm like, oh my god, okay, I guess I see a little bit of the difference in Kung Fu to karate. But yes, I do want to learn some sort of practice like that. I am getting back into archery, actually. I love archery. I'm gonna get really good at archery. That'd be the coolest thing to be good at. Hanging upside down in a tree by my legs and just like with a bow that I crafted myself out of wood that I've foraged. That's what I want. That's the life that I want, okay? A badass archer chick in the woods. I went to this craft mega self-defense workshop. Oh, sick! That's so cool! Oh my gosh, that's cool. Yeah, there's so many things I want to do. I'm definitely getting back into archery though. That's cool. And I used to do knife throwing a lot, especially with my friend Shelby. And someone recently presented axe throwing. I'm a little nervous to do that just because some of the videos I've seen, but I'll try it. I'll try. Alright guys, that was really the main points that I had for the benefits of lucid dreaming. Also, please keep in mind that I would love to hear your stories. I have let's see how many entries we have, okay? Let's see how many entries, because before today we had 1 entry. And I get it, I didn't talk about it very much. I think I posted it one time. But I would love your entries of your stories. So I have content ready to go for my YouTube channel and also my podcast, okay? Because the podcast is starting soon. It is called To Lucidity and Beyond, and we are going there. I'm very excited. You guys are gonna love it. I keep telling you all that you cannot have the same favorites as me. I keep telling you have favorites that are my favorites, which is weird because we definitely went over this. Don't you think that it creates a deeper friendship, Eric, when others have, like, what if people's favorites were like the opposites of yours? That could cause problems. For something that you're like really passionate about, you're like, no, like, and they believe the complete opposite. Wouldn't that be more frustrating? I think I would be more frustrated. Not frustrated because people can like do whatever they want and believe whatever they want. But if I had close friends that like everything that I loved, they loved the complete opposite. I feel like that would be more difficult. Oh, really? Oh. Yeah, podcast. I'm so excited. And that bow, that sounds cool. You'll have to get an arrow for that. Listen, I'm #1 archer. Wait, Eric, wait. You do archery too? You're lying. Tell me right now. Do you really? Or are you saying you like archery and want to get into it? Or do you actually, because if that's the case, I'm gonna need you to come hang out with me, and vibe, because there's a lot of we have a lot of the same hobbies, and I need an archer buddy. Yes, as in, your sarcasm I don't know what the quotes mean when I can't hear you say it because I can't pick up on the sarcasm in your voice. Oh, Eric, stop. I liked it first. You can't like it too. We can't do it. No. I had it first. Drop it now. See, so much less fun when we could practice together, you know? Oh, you did a lot of, okay, cool. Yeah. And back in the day when we used to, you know, when I was a kid with my little pocket knife, just like making cool spears and stuff, you know, out of cool twigs and sticks I'd find. I really want to make my own bow, a functional bow. It's not. It's mine, okay? I will fight for the right to have it as my own. Alright, submit your stories with the form. I'll put it on my Telegram that way, or my link tree, that way you guys can just see it right then and there, and everything's all in the same link. I really appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me. We almost were live for 2 hours. I hope you guys got some interesting stuff out of our chats today. I love you guys so much, and of course we stream every Monday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. If you're interested in monthly exclusive live streams, exclusive videos that are not available to the public, as well as direct access to my inbox for questions, advice, all of the things, make sure to become a Patreon or a YouTube member. We also have our own little private chat. We have a Facebook group where you guys can interact with each other, as well as me, and we get together every month and have lots of fun. We're thinking of having like a video game day. So that will be cool. So yeah, I love you guys so much. What's up, Burning Spirit? What's up? Oh, I see your previous comment. Okay, I only saw the Haylee one, so I was like, what can I do for you? Okay, I love you too. I love you too. I love all of you. Zarisha, I know this was so much fun. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. You truly are the best. You make my heart truly sing, and because of you, I really believe I can fly. So thank you for that as well. I love you. I will see you this upcoming Monday. Please join us in the Telegram chat wherever you can. I want to see your beautiful faces before next Monday, because I can't go a whole week without talking to you. Are you kidding me? Once a week? We gotta talk more than once a week. Please. I'll see you next time, next Monday, this upcoming Monday, and yeah, 30 minutes, get prepared for a badass sleep music track. Alright? I love you guys. Thanks again for being just my best friends in the whole entire world. I hope you have an incredible night, sweet lucid dreams, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!